So why does Engage like to put the player on their back foot and basically put you in a position where the entire map is attacking you all the time, and you either barely make any progress or you're like blazing through the game because you have good player knowledge and player skill, and you're basically just like destroying the game? It's either like one of these two extremes. It's very rare that you get like a three houses type of experience where the maps are challenging, like on maddening mode, and you're gradually always making progress, or in some cases you're making good progress. I feel like the Engage maps, for the most part, especially skirmish maps, it feels like the map attacks you, where like you're invading some fortress, but then they attack you. It's almost like we're the fortress, and I don't know that I'm a huge fan of that. And this is something that is in the game, right? Like, this is the game. This is Fire Emblem Engage. You have all these dudes who want to kill you. Dang, dude, this dodge tanking is not there. The Citrine build, the Citrine build is just disappointing. But I don't like skirmish maps because they just keep attacking you. And I like when I'm the one attacking. I don't like to be put in like a defensive position. I would rather be the one who knocks, right? Like, if you're a Breaking Bad fan, you know what I'm talking about. No one wants to be Gale Bedecker and open the door and get shot. And that's what the game kind of does to you, where they're like, oh, you wanted to be the one who knocks? Well, I'm the one who knocks, so I'm going to knock on your door, and I'm going to put you on the defensive the entire time. And it's like, hey, man, can I just, like, kill them, though? Like, can I be the guy that attacks? And they're like, no, you can't. You're not allowed. We forbid it. But it's like, but you want to be the guy that attacks, you know? Like, you don't want to be the guy that just gets hit. You want to be the guy who's getting the crits, right? You want to be the attacker. So one of the things, so this is about psychology. This is a video about what it feels like to play games, right? Dang, dude, Kagetsu S tier question mark? Kagetsu S tier. All right, so why is it more satisfying to be the attacker? This is really what the video is about. I think it's more satisfying to be the attacker because it's not satisfying to be put on your back foot or for things to be attacking you. And generally, as the player, you want to be the one making decisions and making plays. So when the game forces you into being passive, or it just puts you in a position where it's attacking you, it's not as satisfying. It's more satisfying when you are attacking the player, or when you are attacking the enemy. Unless it's specifically a tower defense game, which this game is not. This is not a tower defense game. Alright, check this out. We're going to use our handy dandy killer bow to shoot this down. It's very standard. But if you actually follow the game Doom, or if you looked into what they did when making Doom, they actually intentionally made some enemies not like chase and attack you, for the sole purpose of allowing the player to feel like they're the one who's attacking. So they intentionally allowed the player to be more aggressive, like by design. All right, we have to hit a lot of things here for this to work out. Nice. So in the case of Engage, especially versus Three Houses lets you be the attacker. That's really what it is. Like, it lets you attack. Whereas in Engage, the map is like, I'm going to attack you. And is it really satisfying to be attacked by a map? I don't think so, honestly. I want to be the one who knocks. I don't want to be the guy who opens the door and gets shot. So when the game forces me to be that guy, the only thing I can think is, I don't want to be this guy. You know, I want to be the attacker. I don't want to be the defender. I don't want to be put on my back foot. When I spawn in a position and I'm attacking a fortress, I want to actually attack that fortress. I don't want to be sitting on the back lines, you know, with my back to the wall. Like, that's what most endgame maps are. It's like your back is to the wall. It's not very satisfying to have your back to the wall. I don't know why, but like this map, we started here, we moved in here, and we slowly pushed up, and the map is diving us, and I'm about to finish the map having made none of this progress. So the feeling of progress is lost. Now, early Engage maps have this feeling of progress. The later, like some of the mid-game and later maps, it's like a tower defense game where, you know, you're basically playing Bloons tower defense, and you have to plug the holes and keep the enemies from getting in and find ways to tank them and all this stuff, or warp skip it. It's like it kind of lives the end game kind of lives in these two extremes of abuse the game through warp skip, or abuse the game through broken engage mechanics, or through other broken mechanics, like dodge tanking or just general tanking. Like, there's other ways to abuse the game. It doesn't have to be through warp skipping. But it definitely becomes this, like, abuse the game thing. And I don't think that's, like, ideal, to be honest. I think the game should be like a tactical puzzle game, right? Because that's what a tactical game is. It's just a puzzle. You're moving pieces around, you're solving problems. So they need to change the way they think about these games, because right now in maddening mode we kind of live in this extreme of insanity where like things are just kind of crazy and we just have to deal with it. It's like, here's how the game is, and it's like crazy. And I don't think that's good for the game. I think long term what we really want is a fair and balanced game that has solid mechanics, that presents a good challenge, that is consistent and reliable, and rewards player skill and creativity, but also doesn't have blatant broken things that you can easily beat the game with. Because that's like, you know, having cheat codes permanently on. And I don't know about you, but I don't find that very engaging to like cheat in a game. I'm gonna have Zelkov do his standard thing here. Look at that. Look at that Zelkov action. So yeah, that's it for this one. I just want to talk about the fact that your back is always against the wall when playing this game, and that the game kind of like seemingly punishes aggression unless you do it. Like, it punishes basic aggression, but if you can figure out broken aggression, then you can get away with it. So if you like warp dive in a bonded shield or warp dive in a dancer combo, then you're fine. But if you just try to generally be aggressive, the game will be like, here's some more reinforcements. You thought you were going to beat this map in 30 minutes an hour? We're going to hit you with 20 waves of reinforcements, because that's what makes a map hard. Alright, that's it for this one. Definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed this or found this interesting. I do have channel membership, and I live stream now Monday through Friday, so feel free to join either. But yeah, thanks for checking this out. Peace.